Hi, welcome to Azure User Group Sweden. Good noon and good afternoon to everybody that's watching us or whatever time zone that you have today. Happy weekend, happy Saturday. And hi, Håkan. Happy Saturday to you, joining from different parts of the Nordics, Sweden and Norway. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, Jonah. How are you?
I'm great. I'm kind of like I just like had a workout, walk with my dog, and then I did a workout, and I feel like I have a mix of energy and relaxed vibes right now. But I'm so glad to go live for one of our last session before we go on summer break this coming month. So I'm excited also about our session because it's a trending and a great topic and a topic that I want to learn myself. How about you? How are you today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Right now, it's quite a gloomy day. It's rainy and it's maybe 13, 14 degrees. So
Yes,
I don't
I
have
think
that
it's
strong
about
summer
the
vibes yet.
same here for me.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's gonna be warmer, I think, in few hours. So it's on and off. The sun is kind of like shy somewhere in this part, but I'm good and I'm energized. So should we go
And
ahead
maybe,
and kickstart?
yes, we could also say that if you're missing us during this summer, you can always go back and watch our previous episodes on our YouTube channel. So maybe we can send out a link during the session.
Yes, that's right. I remember last time we had a session with 2 weeks ago with about the co-pilot session with AI Foundry. I know that our speaker had a 30 degrees warmth
Mm.
in Germany. I remember. Yes, so let's do our introduction, Sokan, and then we will present our code of conduct and our speaker in stage as well. So I'll start. So let me introduce to all of you Håkan Silvernagel. He is my co-leader and my like collaborative partner in this community for the last, I think, 3 4 years now, and he is a consultant for AI at Supercharge. He is also a leader, community leader at Norwegian .NET User Group, AI 42. He led that school, and he is also a Microsoft certified trainer, community lead like me, and very active also as a community leader, sharing knowledge in conferences. So it's an honor to have Okan with me all the time when we have this session.
Yeah, thank you. So I would introduce Jonah. So Jonah Anderson, she is an Azure MVP and she's an international speaker. She's also blogging and having a podcast. And she has written a book here about learning Azure on O'Reilly. And in addition to that, she is also an international speaker at various conferences and community events.
Yes, I think my camera froze, right? Do I look like Frozen right
Right.
now?
Yeah, froze. And so let's see here. So meanwhile, while Jonah is looking up
I'm back.
her camera. Okay, that's good.
Okay. Thank you, Håkan, for your presentation. I'm sorry about the quick interruption there. I had to refresh my camera. Maybe I'm too energized today. Okay, I'll go ahead and share our code of conduct. So at Azure User Group Sweden, we are a community that follows a code of conduct where, as you see here, we expect everyone to be nice and friendly. And if you have something to share, try to share it with respect and understanding for others. Be inclusive in your like questions and comment. And if you think there's something we can improve in our code of conduct, or someone broke it, or we have you have a feedback, feel free to reach out to me and Håkan. And then we have a fika, Håkan, right? So we have this kind of like routine that it's not like mandatory, but if you want to connect with the speaker or got a specific questions about the topic, you're welcome to join our after session Zoom meeting, where we call it virtual fika, Swedish fika, where you grab any drink that you want, you sit with us in a Zoom meeting and you can ask any questions that you want, or just hang and mingle with us for 15-20 minutes before we end the event. So feel free to join us, scan the QR code, and it will direct you to a Zoom meeting right after we go offline on this stream. So we're looking forward to meet you later.
Yes. So then it's time here to introduce our speaker for today, Suranga Nanyakara. Welcome, Suranga.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you.
Welcome.
So how are you doing today, Suranga?
Doing good. Enjoying the summer in Sweden. So yeah.
Are you sure?
Not that much. It's about to rain or something, but
Yeah.
looking at the weather, I think it's gonna be sunny as well. So yeah.
It's on and off, but we have been like we have a good summer as always. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. Go
So
ahead,
maybe
Håkan.
a bit formal introduction here. So Suranga is part of the data analytics team at Knowit, and he specializes in data engineering, data science, and AI. And before stepping into this data scientist role, he also were working as a software engineer, data engineer, and also worked on business intelligence projects. So we're very happy here to have you here with us as a speaker.
Thank you.
So what will our viewers learn here today in your session?
We are going to talk about some cool, interesting things coming up about MCP as well as, if time permits, about NL Web as well. So we'll see.
Okay, it's great. And I know that you got connected to us because I mean you submitted a session on our this session on our CFP, but our friend, also our previous speaker and fellow MVP Nikos from Malmo, introduced you to me, and it seems like your session was interesting. So that's how also we got connected. So we're happy to host your session. And speaking of the good angel. He is actually live watching us right now. Nikos, he's also a Microsoft MVP, and he's saying hi from sunny Malmo. So that's great. Hi, Nikos. Thank you for supporting us and for joining us. That's so great. Friends learning together. Awesome.
Big
Okay,
shout out to him as well. He's the one who recommended me, and he talks a lot about you too as well. So,
that's great. Asher Skåne was a user group I spoke to a few times in when I'm in Malmo. So that's great.
yeah.
Okay, are we ready to present? Did we have more Håkan to ask Saranga before we kick off?
No, I think we can give the stage here to Suranga.
Yes. Do you want to do your presentation on the presentation view,
Yeah.
Saranga? That's okay. That's great. Good luck and enjoy.
Thank you. So I'll start with me. So it's my first time I'm speaking in the Azure user group, Sweden, and I'm Surang Ranakar. I'm working for data analytics team at Knowit, and I'm a Sri Lankan, originally based in then Sri Lanka, and came here before 10, I think for now it's 9 months, and I'm living in Sweden at the moment. Also, I'm working in terms of AI Foundry, ML Studio, and Microsoft Fabric, as well as doing some works in terms of Databricks as well. So I was a software engineer, and then, as Håkan mentioned, moved into data engineering side with my masters, and then I was doing work with related to data science, and then I'm doing stuff related to AI engineering as well. So the plan is today we'll be talking about model context protocol, which is released maybe 2 months ago, I guess. And we'll be showing y'all about some cool MCP demos, and we'll be talking about NL Web as well. So it is something came up very recently, and we are open for any questions during the session or after the session as well. So that's the plan for today. So we'll start with model context protocol. So earlier, if you know, there was this in AI, we do have RAG systems. So it's whenever you ask a question, it'll get the whatever the relevant embeddings and all of that, and it'll give you the answer. So right now we are going, so there's a bit of a difference between the RAG and this model context protocol. So in model context protocol, we have three, let me try to get my pen. Yeah. In this model context protocol, the first one is model. It has three parts. The first one is model. So when it comes to this model, we do have GPT models in Azure, or else you can use the OpenAI models or anything like that. And we have Claude models, and we have Gemini, and there are a lot of LLMs coming up. So that is what we call it as the model in this MCP protocol. And there's this context. As the context, we are saying there's tools like, let's say the tools like if you want to update a database, or if you want to query a database or anything such. So those things we call it as tools. And then the second one is resources. So you can see that if you have any resources, like let's say any attachment that you want to go and provide with the context side. And the third one is the sampling. So when it comes to sampling, if you have any model to query, like if you are giving any examples, or if you want to give like few short learnings or anything like that, so those things we edit as sampling. And the last thing is the prompts. So let's say if you are using if you want to query a database or anything like that. So if you want to write any standard prompts or anything like that, so those are the prompts that we talk about in this context window. So that is the model part, and then the context part, and I'll talk about the protocol as well. So when it comes to this protocol, there are, the P stands for the protocol. So it's JSON, or it's a remote procedure call that we were talking about. So there's a bit of a different in terms of the normal client server architecture in this MCP. So it's basically somewhat similar to the client server architecture, but it's a bit different because in this model, the AI model that we were talking about, and there's this client, let's say the MCP client that we were talking about, it could be a database client, or it could be any other additional tools or anything like that. So that is the client that we have. And when it comes to the server, you can, let's say if you have any particular tools or resources or anything like that, so those things we call it as the server. So by using this client, we are talking to this server, and server is executing whatever the APIs or the databases, or if you have any file systems. So I'll be demoing you all about these APIs and databases and the file systems today in these MCP demos. Um, and so there are pretty much a lot of MCP clients are there, and there is a lot of MCP servers as well. So the advantage or the difference between the normal client server architecture in here is because it uses it can use, there's something called reflection. So from that reflection, it knows whether what tools to call, or what is there any additional any libraries or any additional services that it needs to contact with. So those are the one of the additional features in this MCP service or the MCP protocol. So even GraphQL, and there are some tools where you can call some services as well. But the change of this MCP comparing to GraphQL or any, let's say, TRPC or gRPC or REST APIs or anything like that, it doesn't provide this reflection part. So reflection part, it allows the ability to, let's say if I'm the client, I can ask any question and it will find out what's going on inside, and then it will execute the whatever the tool as the output. So that is the technical or the boring part, and I'll show you some of the MCP clients as well as some of the servers that is listed as well. So I'll be getting these clients from here. Maybe I'll copy this and also a small note. I do have all these links in this one, and you can get those links in the chat as well, I guess. So you can, if you want to know about MCP clients, you can click on this. So these are the right now MCP clients which is available, and I'll be using VSCode today. But if you feel like if you want to use any other client that you like to go ahead with, maybe let's say the Cloud Desktop, or if you have any Cursor or any client that is made, this is the Cursor IDE. So likewise, if you have any clients installed in your machine or in your VMs or anything like that, so you can use this MCP client as well. So those are the, there's around a lot of clients I see. I think, yeah. So yeah. So that is about the clients. Remember, we were talking about client server architecture and then the reflection. So clients, we know that VS Code, Cloud, and Cursor, and those are the popular ones. And let's say if you want to take a look at what are the servers that is there in terms of MCP, so check about this number. It's 4,850 servers at the moment, and there's around, you can do a lot of things over here. Let's say there are, if you want to see any Google related ones, so you can see those Google related ones. And if you want to do anything with related to Git, you can see the original GitHub official MCP server as well. So likewise, there's a lot of MCP servers listed in this site as well. So all you can do is you can get to know about this. You can find out whatever the relevant one, and you can get it from here if you have GitHub, GitLab, or whatever it is. So there is a lot of, last time when I was checking this, it was around 3,000 or 2,000 or something like that, but now it's 4,850. So that is good. So then I'll show you another thing as well. In GitHub, so in GitHub, from this link, in this GitHub module context protocol service, you can get to know about the file system server, or the, if you want to use AWS or GitHub, Google Maps, Drive, and all of that. So you got bunch of MCP servers over here as well. So if you want to do anything, I'm pretty sure there is a available MCP server at the moment. But if you feel like, let's say you have a POS system, that in that POS system you want to create a MCP server and give it to the clients or something like that. So you have the full capability of developing that as well. So if you have APIs, or if you have, let's say, if you know a C sharp, you can C sharp or Java or Python or whatever it is. So you can use this SDK and create the MCP for your own tool, and then release it in whatever the way in your website or something like that. So those are the things about MCP. And I'll start with showing y'all what we can do really with this MCP. So for that, I'll be opening up this is the client tool. I'll be using the VSCode as the client tool. And then in here, if I go to this Control Shift P, I can see that I have some of the servers, and I can add servers as well. So, and then if I go to extensions, if I type Azure, so I have all the Azure related tools installed as well. So then what we are going to do is we'll be going to settings, or in the settings, I'll see whether if I can cancel this window. Yeah. And if I go to settings and search MCP, so you can see that MCP has been enabled. So whenever you want to try out this MCP, so you can see whether this is enabled. And this is the, if you want to add any servers, so you can use this MCP configurations over here as well. So all you have to do is you don't want to know about everything in this JSON, but let me show you. If I go back to GitHub, I'll open a new window. Yeah. So I'll be going to Azure MCP server. So then I'll be going to the second link. And all you want to do is, if you want to add this, or if you want to refer this GitHub server, so you can see how do we add it. So not this. I'll go back to my link tree. It might has the relevant one. Yeah. So if you want to add this Azure GitHub, Azure MCP server, so you can see this is from Azure, and it's the official Azure MCP. So all you got to do is you can get to know what is the, if you want to install everything, so you can click on this blue color icon. So I'll maximize it. You can click on this install all, or if you are a cloud developer who is doing monitoring related things only, or if you are using AI related services, or if you work with let's say if you're a cloud admin or anyone like that, so you can click on this all and install all. So you got to do pretty good work over there. So once you install it, so you can see something like this. It's Azure MCP server. You got to start, and it's from the Azure as well. So what we are going to do now is we'll be going to start this server. So in order to start this, I'll be pressing Control Shift P, and I'll be listing the server, and you can see my Azure MCP server has been stopped. So I'll be clicking on this and clicking on Start the server. So you can see it's starting, and it got around 62 tools. That means you can do 62 variant work. And then I'll be opening up GitHub Copilot, so you can see this small icon as soon as you click on that. So I'll maybe maximize it. Yeah. By default, it's in this mood. It's in a mood called Ask. If you want to use this MCP, you need to move it back to agent mode. So right now we are in the agent mode. And you can see that I'm using the latest GPT model. It's from Azure. I have connected with the, so if you go to this manage models, so you can use this Azure, and you can, if you have to add a new model, so you can add your whatever the endpoint and the key. So that is how we add the GPT model. But back to the work. So right now we do have the agent enabled and we have the model. We have added the server, the Azure server as well, Azure MCP server as well. So right now what we're going to do is we have turned on the, so we have went there, went here, and you can see that Azure MCP server is running. Now what we are going to do is this is the small tool where we can see what we can do and all of that. So we are going to click on this. So I'll be unselecting all because I don't want to I don't want everything, but I'll be using this Azure MCP server. Yeah, and then I'll be clicking on OK. So remember it got around 62 tools. So just to check whether I'm logged in and everything, so I'll be telling this list my subscriptions. So you can see it's running a command and it will giving me whatever the subscriptions which is there at the moment. So let's say if you are a cloud admin, you got a message saying you need to create a resource group for whoever the new department or anything like that. So I'll be saying, can you create me a resource group with the name? I'll be using RG as the prefix, and let's say Sweden Azure demo 1, 2, 3 or something like that, and I'll be telling and create this in Sweden Central region. So you can see I have told the MCP server to create me a resource group with the name of RG Sweden Azure Demo 123. And I'll be giving instructions to create it in the Sweden Central region. So it's getting, it is asking you, is it okay if I run this command? So you can see it's creating this name, the resource group, and the location is Sweden Central, and this is my subscription ID. And yeah, then you can, if you trust it, you can always allow, but I'm using this allow in this session just to be sure. So you can see you don't have to go to the interface and do anything like that. If you are getting bunch of requests, if you want to, let's say if you are a DevOps guy or a cloud engineer where you are getting you need to create this resource group, add these people, these permissions, you need to create this key vault, or if you want to do any monitoring related task in this Azure or anything like that. So those things you can do it pretty easily by using this chat. And it uses the best practices. Let's say if you want to add any tag or anything like that. So those things also you can add it as a simple messages into this chat. It will do the relevant things. So if I go back to my cloud account, let's say, yeah. So right now I don't have any resource groups, and yeah. So this is my resource group, and you can see the resource group has been created, and inside that there's nothing. So maybe I'll add one more thing and I'll close this Azure MCP thing. Maybe I'll say, can you create a storage account in that new resource? giving a random name. So you can see it's using this storage account and it's using this resource group, and it's getting executed. And when you're creating the storage account, it should be unique. That's why I gave these numbers and all of that. So if you're using the UI, you can see whether it's unique or not. But yeah, and now we can see it has been created. So let's refresh it. So you can see the storage account has been created. So likewise, let's say if you're a cloud engineer where you are getting so many emails, you need to create this, you need to add this or anything like that, just copy the email and put it to the Visual Studio, and it'll save a lot of time in your whatever the work that you want to do. So if you want to create a AKS cluster, key vault, there is around 62 different things that you can do. So you can do all of that, try out different things based on this. So that is about the Azure MCP. So what we have basically done is we have VSCode is the client, and the server is the Azure MCP that we were referred to. We are telling from our natural language, and it will get you the extracted things in the Azure MCP side. So that is the first demo about Azure MCP, and then I'll show you the second demo about file system. So there's another MCP tool that we can use it as file system. So I'll go back to my link tree maybe, so you can. So in this, if you go to if you go to this, go to this model context protocols. So you can see there's another cool MCP system called file system. So if you click on that, you can see that it can read, write, and do all of these things. So earlier I was targeting, or I was easing the life of a cloud engineer or a cloud developer. But now, let's say if you're a software engineer or an AI engineer who wants to use this MCP, and so there's this file system MCP server. So I'll be going to show that to you in. So I'll use this Control Shift P. So you can see, wait. So you can see that I have added this file system MCP server as well. And this is the file system MCP server, as well as I have given accesses to my desktop as well as the downloads folder. You can define it if you feel like, oh, no, I'm not going to give access to my desktop or downloads. So then you can create a new folder in your desktop or any secure location, and you can isolate it, and you can then give whatever the access to the MCP server as well. So over here, I'll then again go back to this, and I'll be using list, using MCP. Has been stopped. So I'll be clicking on that, and I'll be starting the server. So you can see the file system is starting up. It allows the directories of desktop and downloads. And then what we are going to do is we are going to GitHub Copilot again. And let's clear this out, see whether if we can clear this. Yeah, never mind. So I'll be using a different set of tools. So I'll be clicking on this again. I'll be removing all the other MCP servers that I have, and I'll be using this MCP server file system. I'll be using this MCP server file system, and I'll be clicking OK. So now let's say I want to create, I'll type the prompt whenever I write it. So I'll be saying, can you create a new folder? I'll be telling, can you create a new folder saying Azure Sweden project, and create a HTML website. It could be HTML, it could be Python, it could be C# or whatever it is, but I will just for now I'll be showing you create a HTML website which is a login screen. And I recently seen some cool teddy bear kind of thing where it looks into our usernames and password kind of thing. So I'll be giving instructions to create that. I don't know whether it will create that, but let's see. Login screen where it has username and password and submit button. Also, it should look and feel like Microsoft Azure. It should have so I'll be saying create a small animation where it winks, and whenever I type my username, it should look down, and whenever I type my password, it should close its eyes, something like that. And as soon as I enter this, so it's using the file system MCP server. So you can see it checks whether what are the allowed directories. So the allowed directories are the desktop and the downloads. And you can see it's going to create a new folder in my Azure Sweden project. There's no folder like that, but it's going to create a new directory. And once it creates, it'll so let's say as a software engineer, you're getting a requirement from the user or the business saying you need to create a animation as well. So if we go back to my desktop, and let's say I found my project, so it's called Azure Sweden project. And if I open this with Google Chrome, so you can see it blinks. Yeah, there's something like that. And whenever I type username, there's this username thing, and the password is it's close its eyes as well. So likewise, if you're a software engineer, if you got custom things, so the advantage is, so you can always go back to a RAG system and tell the RAG system that you want to build something like this, and it will give you the HTML site. But The advantage of this is you don't have to define anything. Even if you got a complex program or if you got a complex project in your machine. So let's say I'll try to explain what I meant. So in here, I do have this index HTML program, and I'll be saying, okay, that's great. Can you now create a, can you now add a login? So I'll be saying if it is the username is ABC, so if the username is ABC, and if the password is ABC, this is just to check. Yeah, and go to the admin page, and in the admin page it should have how many sessions, how many speakers that the Azure Sweden has, and maybe to use some dummy values or something like that. So let's see how it goes. So let's say you have an existing project with some files. Let's say you got a new Jira task saying you got to change this instead of this. So I'll be trying to do that one. So now you can see it's write the new page and it's read the existing login page and it edits it and it asks me whether is it okay to save. So now you can see it created two pages. One is admin and the other one is index. So let's see if you go back here. So we can see index and the admin is there. So what I'm trying to do is I'll be trying to open this up. So you can see the Azure Sweden login and all of that. I can't remember the password. I think, yeah, it's ABC. So using ABC, so we can see the animations and all of that is happening as well. So I'll enter something else, maybe other value. So you can see the error comes in. And if I enter ABC again, so you can see I have logged in, and yeah, how many sessions, speakers, and all of that details are there. So if you're a software engineer, if you want to ease your life, and if you got some custom things that you want to do, you can use this MCP file system server. So it will do you the whatever the alterations, new things. If you got to do anything, so you can do it like that. So as the last one, since the time is running up, I'll show you the database MCP server. So in order to run the database one, what you have to do is you go to list servers, and yeah, I added this is my database name, demo911. It's the SQL server MCP that I'll be using. So then in here, what I have to do is I'm turning off the other things, and I'll be turning on the SQL MCP. So this is the SQL MCP. It can alter tables, it can give you insights, list tables, things like that. So I'll be using that, and I'll be asking, can you list the available. So you can see it's calling my SQL MCP, and it will give you the available table. I do have only one table. So can you show me? So I do have insurance table. Let's say if I wanted to find out what's inside the insurance table, I think this code is wrong. Yeah, this is correct. So the first query is wrong, but the second query is correct. So right now you can see if you got any queries to run, if you want to see any analysis or anything like that, so you can use this whatever the SQL server as well. I see.
Yes. Hi. Great session so far, Suranga. We have a question. I'm interrupting in between your parts,
Yeah.
if it's okay. We
No.
got a question. I know that you don't see the live stream session because you're focused on your screen right now, but as agreed, we have someone asking question. That's interesting name. Ready, steady, go, Svenska. Hey, quick one. Do we need to buy GPT AI for the MCP, or can we build it without?
So when it comes to that, so remember the concept, it's model context protocol. So you need to have at least one model. So right now we were using the GPT 4.1. Maybe you don't have to buy if you are going ahead with a Hugging Face model or anything like that. But right now I'm using a powerful model like from the Azure side, but you can try out with the free ones available as well. So there's no hard and fast rule that you need to buy, but if you use a sure one or anything like that, so that could be a value addition for your related works.
All right, thank you. I hope that answers the question of our audience today. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are a database related DBA or anyone like that, if you want to do any optimizations in your query, if you want to find out any results from your data or anything like that, so you can use this Azure SQL MCP. And if you, let's say, I'll type another cool thing. Um, can you get me compared to age um, in a line chart? So by default, whenever this all these text related ones in Visual Studio it supports, but if you're using any other additional client tools like Claude or anything like that, so then you can draw things as well. But since it's VS Code, I'll be using an alternate method. I'll be trying to enable my, let's see if I can enable my file system server, and yeah, I have enabled my file system server, and then just to double check whether it's running, yeah, the file system server is running. And now execute this and save it in CSV in my desktop, and create a HTML line chart. So since it has the limitation of creating the line chart in the chat interface in this VS Code, what I'm telling the MCP server to read the query and write it to a file, and then generate a line chart in a HTML format. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so it has been completed, and yeah, it's there in my Azure Sweden project. Yeah, so you can see if you want to do any analysis or anything like that, so you can see the line chart or pie chart or whatever it is, you can develop using this MCP as well. So those are the three things that I wanted to show: Azure MCP and the file system, as well as the database SQL MCP. And since we are running out of time, I'll quickly go back to the presentation. And yeah, so the demo in Azure MCP is done. And we are going back to the, this is like a newest thing comes in with the Microsoft build this time, and it's called NL Web. So we are thinking, since I have explored this and all of that, so I'll be thinking that it would be the AI web revolution which is coming up. So maybe it could be the next era of AI web as well. So basically, what does it do is it provides you the all the capabilities of, like, let's say if you have a, let's say I'll be able to get a pen. Yeah, if you have a schema in your website, or if you have a RSS feed in your website, you can integrate that with NL Web. So as soon as you type any questions, so it will find the relevant article, relevant book, or relevant whatever the page, and it will give you the answers as well. So I'll show you a small demo. I don't have time to show it the entire setup, but I'll try to show the demo for you. So this is the it's fully open source one, developed by Microsoft, and you got all the links in the link tree. So this is the GitHub repo. So all you got to do is you have to follow up these steps if you want to build it. So let's say if you want to print a hello world or anything like that, so you got to clone it, and then activate it, and then use whatever your whatever the LLM that you have to configure that. Once after that, so let's say I have two sites, which is about to show you. So you can, if I go back here, so in this NL Web, you can use any OS, any operating system. If you have any vector searches like Microsoft Azure AI Search or Snowflake or anything like that, you can use it as well, and any LLMs as well. So it supports OpenAI, DeepSeek, and all of that. So it's a Microsoft newest open source related tool that we came up with. In here, what you can do is I'll be quickly show you how. So I'll add two sites. First one is, yeah, I'll be adding, there's two hosts for today, and one is Jonah and the other one is Håkan. So I'll be adding Jonah's blog as the RSS feed. So if you want to create a RSS feed, you can go to this RSS app. Sorry, not this. So I'll be going to this RSS app. and you can see my feeds. So I got Jonah's website over here. So you can, whenever the time permits, you can go and read interesting stuff over there as well. Then I have added this RSS feed. So what does this do is it will scrape whatever the things inside this blog, and once you get this link, you can paste it over here. So you can see it has been added, and then once you start the tool, let's say, yeah, I'll be running this Python app.file.p, but I need to go to this code first. So I'll be going to the code, and then I'll be running this Python app file. So right now, if I open this up, so, and then I'll be going to a different page. So it's the page called static FP chat because it's more good for me. So let's say here I can see that the Jonas blog, and I have added another site of Ocons. It's sessionized site. But if I click this one, and if I ask, can you tell me about uh, yeah, the key and the server, it's demo one, so I'll be stopping it after the demo. So in here, what you can do is, can you tell me about, let's say, Azure mobile app that Jonas blog has mentioned? Yeah, so any articles that whatever the relevant things which is there in her website, so those things comes as well. So let's say the same way, if I go to Hokon's sessionized site, and if I ask about what are the sessions that Hokon has been done about TinyML. Yeah, so he has done 2 sessions about TinyML, so you can check about those things as well. So likewise, you can ask any questions which related to your sites, any things comes in your products or anything like that. So those are the advantages of the ML web. So yeah, that's it from me.
We here. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Saranga, for intensive yet very like lots of things to learn. I'm kind of like preparing all my questions. I doubt I have time to ask all of that
Yeah.
on this live stream. I think I will have to wait until our Zoom meeting. Yes. What do you think, Håkan, about the session of Saranga? I think it's
I
good.
think it was very, very interesting, and I should also mention that the MCP world is really, really hot today, and it will probably become even more hotter in the future.
Yeah.
Because right now it's very new, but as time goes on, more and more companies would like to develop their own MCP servers so that they can expose functionality for their clients.
Yes.
So that's just a tip for anyone who is interested in getting into this field. This is a very interesting moment of time. So thank you so much
Yes.
for showing us this, Suranga.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very, very good session. I like it. I learned a lot. I wish I could like zoom in each of the topic that you have, but I think I'm gonna like book a meeting with you if I have questions. I mean, I need to deep dive more into this and check out the GitHub link as well. So one of the things that Håkan and I also want to share behind the scenes is this one that I think you also have shared probably in your link, Saranga, was this one, the link to learn more how to like about MCP for beginners. And then there is one, I think, GitHub for NL Web. It's actually the same link. You just need to kind of like switch the sub parameter of it of that site on GitHub. So feel free to use that as well to along with this session, great session of Saranga
Yeah.
to learn more about it.
Thank you so much for having me. And before we go, I need to give a small shout out to Nikos as well as you too. Thank you for having me. And I know it's a session where you got to bring out a lot of MVPs, but I'm just a new guy to Sweden.
Oh,
So
that's sweet.
thank you so much for
You
having
found
me.
a good photo of me than usual. That's cool. Did you use the AI MCP server on that from my
No, I
blog?
think it's a
Yeah.
LinkedIn something.
That's awesome, and it's a pretty picture of you, Håkan, holding the 50
Thank
years
you.
of
Yes.
Microsoft. I missed that. And
Mm.
Nico's also. I didn't see that.
Mm.
New photos of friends.
It was so
Thank
nice.
you.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. We like appreciating appreciation from our community members and also speaker, and of course you devoted your time as well this Saturday. We're supposed to be free and off, but we're spending time learning together with the community and even to our audience watching us live. This will be recorded so you can watch it later, but we do appreciate those that really went extra mile to watch us live and ask questions. So, and thank you for Nikos as well. Do you have
So
anything else, by the way, Hokan or Suranga, that you want to share or
I just wanted to ask
highlight?
Saranga, for the people interested in learning more, do you have any upcoming sessions or anything else that you would like to share with us?
Nothing much. Going to enjoy the summer holidays. So yeah, that's it.
Yes, that's good. I look forward to meet you in person if I get to speak to Asher Skåne again in Malmo. I don't think we met in one of my events, but I look forward to learn more about what you do as well. But I have a lot of questions. I have a list of notes, but I'm gonna save it for our Zoom meeting since we're out of time. I hope that you can join us and even our audience that wants to connect at least 15 minutes with us on a Zoom, private Zoom meeting. Let us feel free to connect. And to do that, I'll just like go ahead and show the QR code. It's bit.ly link, bit.ly slash Ashug Sweden dash Fika 2025 or scan the QR. It will direct you to the Zoom meeting as soon as we're done with our stream. Okay, let me see. Okay, Håkan?
Yes. Yeah, then we'd just like to thank everyone and wish everyone also a very nice summer. This is our last session before the summer.
Yes, that's right. And thank you for all the speakers that shared their knowledge for the first 6 months or half year of Azure User Group Sweden. Also to you, Saranga, you kind of kick off the and finale, good finale before our summer break. And I hope that all of our members, including ourselves, will be recharged for the July summer break. And in August, we will be back with a few more sessions coming up, different topics related to Azure AI. So feel free to follow us or share our page to your friends on Meetup or in LinkedIn. So thank you. Thank you so much. And happy summer to you, Saranga and friends.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yes, you're welcome. And I think just see you in the Zoom meeting then. And have a great weekend, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.